깻잎, what we refer to as perilla leaves, are used in various Korean cooking. 깻잎 is very easy to cultivate and grow in your own backyard. Today I'm making pickled 깻잎. Here I have about 50 깻잎 leaves which I've washed and dried. I'm taking a few bunches and then cutting off the stems so that they're uniform. This is what it looks like. Next, I'm slicing 1/4 of an onion very thinly because I'm going to use that in my sauce. It's a very simple sauce. I add soy sauce, water, fish sauce, oligodang, which is again corn syrup, brown sugar, and I mix it. This sauce will actually serve two purposes. It'll be a brine as well as my sauce. For any type of pickling that we do in Korean cooking, we do this process called 숨을 죽여, or actually kind of wilting our vegetables. I've taken a bowl and I poured just enough of the sauce to coat the bottom of the bowl. I'm adding 1 to 3 깻잎 leaves, putting a spoonful of the sauce on top, and adding 1 to 3 more 깻잎 leaves. I'm repeating this process for all my 깻잎 leaves, and this begins the wilting process. What you want to do is put a heavy object on top of the leaves so that everything is kind of squished together. You'll have about half of the sauce mixture left. To my sauce mixture, I'm adding minced garlic, scallions, red pepper flake, and roasted sesame seeds. And directly to that, I'm adding my sliced onions. Stirring that, and now back to my 깻잎 leaves. They've been soaking in the brine for 10 minutes. You can see that they're nice and 숨이 죽었어. And what I'm doing is I'm putting 1 perilla leaf in a plastic container, putting a spoonful of my seasoning, and placing 1 or 2 깻잎 leaves directly on top. Keep in mind that I've added water, so it's not too salty. It's just the right amount of seasoning to eat with rice. So you repeat this process. You take 1 or 2 깻잎 leaves directly from the bowl with the brine, move it to a plastic container, put 1 spoonful of the sauce mixture. You can even put the onions on top. Kind of spread it out and repeat the process. Do this for all of your leaves. Yes, it is a very tedious task and it does take time, but the effort is worth it. So for those who haven't tried 깻잎, it has its own taste. Some would say it tastes kind of minty or even kind of like basil, and it's really hard to describe other than it has its own scent and its own flavor. Make sure all of my 깻잎 is nice and coated. Because I put my 깻잎 in the brine and let it soak and kind of wilt for a few minutes, it's a lot softer and it's much easier to pickle. And though I'm technically pickling this, you can actually eat this right away. You can keep it in the fridge or you can eat right away because, again, I've already wilted my 깻잎. One reason Koreans pickle this is because 깻잎 goes bad really quickly, so you can't really keep fresh 깻잎 in your freezer for a long time. Pour the rest of my sauce and 건더기 on top of my 깻잎, and into the refrigerator it goes. This is what it looks like after 2 days. As you can see, the color's changed and the 깻잎 is a lot softer. I have a hot bowl of rice and there's just something about steaming rice and 깻잎 that just tastes so good. You can see the sesame seeds. That's what it looks like. Beep! I know we're not talking about pickled cucumbers or anything, but I just have to ask. What instrument would a pickled cucumber play? A piccolo! Sorry. I just had to.